Hello, my name is ECAT and I hang off a cabinet because I'm cool. Hi everyone, welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. An emotional day today on General Hospital. But before I get started, please check out the link down below. I am promoting another Indiegogo campaign, and if you could please check it out. If you can't donate, please share so as many people can see it as possible. We're trying to save our animal sanctuary. It would mean so much. Thank you very much, and let's get to today's General Hospital recap while ECAT eats a piece of paper. What? Anyway, at the police station, Jordan is talking to Valerie about how she's concerned about how the charges were dropped against TJ, and great start so far. So she tells Valerie she's suspicious that Sonny strong-armed the guard into backing off. So then Jordan admits that although she's not comfortable with the situation, she's kind of happy that Sonny stepped in because it got TJ out of the situation. At the end of the day, that's really all that matters. So then she's also mad at herself that she caved into Lomax. At the Metro Court, Sonny's at breakfast, and TJ sits at Sonny's table, and it turns out Sonny paid TJ's legal fees. Surprise, surprise, judging that Rick was his lawyer. So then TJ asks Sonny whether he knew Duke was planning on having his mother killed, and Sonny says that even though he doesn't necessarily disagree with Duke's orders, he was not aware that Duke was gunning for Jordan. TJ agrees to accept Sonny's money for the legal fees, but he doesn't want Duke's offer anymore because of why Duke offered him the money in the first place for his tuition. So then turns out TJ's been crashing on people's couches. He hasn't really had a steady place to live, and Sonny says that he's going to pay for TJ's education and TJ can live with him. So then TJ declines, and he says Molly offered to let him stay there, and Sonny's like, you really think Alexis is going to allow you to stay? And he really talks TJ into staying with him, and TJ winds up accepting as Jordan walks in. So Jordan says, absolutely not, he's not paying your tuition, and you're not living with him, you'll live with me, and I'll pay for your tuition, and TJ's like, no, I don't want anything from you. So then Jordan tells Sonny to back off, and then Jordan tells TJ that she'll pay for his housing and tuition, and he says he wants nothing to do with her. And Jordan tells Sonny he doesn't get to take her son because he lost his. Heavy words from Jordan. What are you eating, little one? At the Quartermain's, Nicholas shows up and Dylan answers the door. Nicholas tells Dylan that he looked over his script and he wants to finance his movie. Dylan called him out and called him a dirtbag and some other colorful names and accuses him of just doing this to look better in front of Lulu. At ELQ, this is where you're going to get emotional, y'all. So at ELQ, Lucy comes in to talk to Tracy and Michael, and Tracy will not let Lucy talk. Like, she keeps cutting her off, and I'm like, just let her talk. So then Lucy says she voted the way she did because of Duke Lavery, and it turns out Lucy is so appalled with what Michael did to Sonny with Avery, right? She has like this moral opposition to what Michael's doing. And Tracy calls Lucy out on her past indiscretions with her brother, well, Tracy's brother, and Scott, and like trying to pass the baby off as not who the father was. And Lucy brings up Lila, and Tracy's like, don't you dare bring my mother into this. Everybody wants to bring like Tracy's mother into it, and Tracy's like, no, like you have no right to. And I agree with her. So then Lucy's complimenting Nicholas because apparently she thinks Michael could learn from an experienced businessman like Nicholas. And Nicholas walks in. So Nicholas says he's calling for a vote to have Michael removed as CEO. And Michael and Tracy come at him with statistics about how ELQ is profiting under Michael. And Michael's even brought jobs back to the state of New York. And Nicholas says, well, we know how Team Michael is going to vote, and we know my 50% is going to go to me, so it would be up to Lucy. And Lucy's like, hey, I voted for you to be a board member and have privileges, but not to take over ELQ. And then Michael and Tracy plead their case to Lucy. Tracy says that her father and mother would never want the company out of Quartermain hands. And Michael says, look, whatever you think of me, I built this company up. I built it in memory of my father, who was killed by Sonny. Like, this means so much to me. And then Lucy votes for Nicholas to take over, and Lucy wants Nicholas to live up to Edward's expectations, and I'm livid. Like, I felt like the emotional, like almost emotional tears starting to happen. Not like sad tears, but just like anger tears where like you can't keep them in. I just want to let you know that. And Tracy dishes it out to Nicholas and Lucy. She tells Lucy that any amount of compassion her mother ever had for her was misplaced and is gone now, and that Nicholas is living down to his name, and Helena would be so proud, and just really, I mean, I love Tracy. I aspire to dig like Tracy digs. And Lucy feels bad for how she voted. She's like, well, sometimes victory is hollow. And I'm like, sometimes you vote for the wrong people, Lucy. And Tracy tells Michael that he would have made Edward really proud. And she blames herself for starting the destruction of the company by trading her shares for Luke's life. Emotional. Lulu. Lulu calls Laura and asks if they have any leads. So Lulu's on the phone with Laura, and she says, our secret is safe, and I haven't breathed a word to Dante, and ends the conversation with, I love you, and Dante's pretty much right behind her when she says that. So then Lulu lies and says it was Maxie. Lulu and Dante say their goodbyes for the day, and Dante leaves. Then Lulu calls Dylan, gets his voicemail, says she was just on the phone with her mom, and she wants to talk to him. Then she goes rushing out of the apartment, or loft, whatever they call it, and turns out Dante's still in the hallway, but off in a corner, and he's following her now. So, of course, Lulu shows up at the Quartermain's. Dylan answers the door in a towel, and Dante has followed her there and sees that. And Lulu's really worried because she thinks between what her father's been through the past year and her mother's history with mental illness, that they could be in much more danger than originally thought, and she wants to go after them, and Dylan wants to go with her. At the police station, Part 2, Valerie asks Dante whether he talked to Lulu, and he says yes, and that Dylan came over to see Rocco, and Valerie's like, see, I told you, I just had part of a conversation. And Dante's like, well, no you didn't, guess where she is right now. And Dante recounts the morning to Valerie, and he's really upset, and he's trying to trust Lulu, but he doesn't really know what to think. And Lulu calls Dante and tells him that Grandma Leslie broke her ankle at Nicholas's villa in Italy, and she needs to go there to help out, and she needs to leave right now, and he knows she's lying, and he wants to talk to her, and she's like, well, that's just gonna have to wait. Luke and Laura. So we finally get some resolution to this whole mess that was Jennifer Smith. So Luke wakes up with his wrists bound together. Apparently they didn't sleep together. Laura pushes her way into the room and finds out that they didn't sleep together. Jennifer thought she was going to wake up a new person after their night together, but everything's still the same and she's so disappointed. Luke throws some psychology at her and says they both got blackout drunk because she didn't even want to go through with this whole thing, and that should be her closure. And Luke does apologize for his past, saying he made a deal with her father and didn't take her feelings into consideration, but at the same time it was 35 years ago and she needs to get over it. And Jennifer says she thought being with Luke would heal her, but she also reveals that she doesn't have Lucky, and she never did. Someone reached out to her and told her that this was leverage that she could hold over Luke to get him back. So then she apologizes for tricking him, and I have to say this makes like a lot more sense. Like, I'm happier that this wasn't the reason Lucky was taken. So then Jennifer says she doesn't know how the kidnappers will make contact, and she leaves. So hi Alana. You see little Alana face. Alana face. Whew. Wild roller coaster, emotional, some resolutions. What did you think of this whole thing? If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And also, I'm going to remind you again, please check out that link. It would mean so much. And I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day. Bye!